Hello friends, welcome back. It's resin time. So I have the Maker epoxy here from Total Boat. I'm going to give this a shot. Looks like there's something in the bottle. Huh. Anyway, I had this warming up in front of my heater. So that way it's nice and liquidy. So it moves real nice in the bottle now. My basement, for those of you that don't know, is very cold. So I have to heat the resin up first before I can actually use it. So I've got all of my supplies here ready to go, and I have some new molds today that I'm going to use. So these are succulent molds that I got off of Amazon, and I've already measured them to know how many milliliters each one takes. So this big one takes 50 milliliters, and then these two smaller ones take 70. So we're gonna give those a shot. I'm doing these for my roommate. She really wanted, she's been hounding me to buy these molds forever, so I finally broke down and did it. And she has decided that she wants one of them to be white. So for that I'm gonna use the Cast and Craft to make it opaque. She wanted one to be blue. So I pulled out the cobalt blue black diamond pigment powder. This is also from Total Boat. And then I've got these other two mica powders. I've got for the heart, she wanted it half pink, half purple. So I've got violet and pink here. And the other supplies that I'm going to be using are a couple of mixing cups, a couple more tiny mixing cups, because this only takes 50 milliliters, and it's obviously going to be a half and half, so I'm going to have to split, you know, 25 and 25. And then I think for this one, what I'm going to do is like a dual pour like this, like a side by side, and then take one of my skewer sticks and just kind of do a swirl on it. We'll see how that turns out. So yeah, I am going to put my mask on, get this all mixed up, get it all poured in, and then I will come back and talk to you about what we're gonna do next. Hang tight. Hey guys, this is a gentle reminder to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a video. Thanks so much. Okay guys, so these are all poured. We're gonna let these sit and cure up. Let's talk first impressions of the resin. It mixed really well, really easily. It didn't produce as many bubbles, I've noticed, as my other resin. I think for right now, my literal only complaint about it is that the smell is a lot stronger than my other resin. But, you know, that could also have to do with the fact that I've only used one other resin, so I'm not used to, you know, how different resin smells. And I also don't know if the smell of this one is particularly stronger than any other resin. You know what I mean? So we're gonna let these cure up, and I'm gonna clean up my mess, and we will be back tomorrow to unmold. I really cannot wait to see how these turn out. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for that, guys. Hang tight. Alrighty. It's I don't think it's even been 24 hours, maybe like 22, 23. These are cured. I'm so excited about that. And also I've noticed that while I see some micro bubbles on the sides, which is probably my fault for not, you know, like scraping the sides, like around the corners, the edges, I'm not seeing any in the main section, which is awesome. So, let's see, which one are we gonna, I guess we'll unmold this one first. Oh, lots of micro bubbles in this one. Which again, could be the resin, but it could also be because I wasn't vigilant enough. But the good thing is I could probably scrape this edge off, because I think actually what happened with this one is I probably, oh no. What I was saying was I probably filled it up too high. Is that wet resin or is that water? Did I leave water in this? Ooh, girl. So that may be the reason for this. Yep. That's what I did. I left water in it after measuring it. I thought I emptied all of these out, but that's a lot of water left in that. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but there's like water droplets all on the sides and everything. Okay. So we'll have to retry this one again at a later date without the water. Water and resin don't mix, so that's a Okay, sorry about that. My battery died. That's also probably the cause for all of these micro bubbles as well. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, that's my bad. So we will set the ugly red-headed stepchild away and try this one. Hopefully I dried this one enough. I am still seeing some micro bubbles, but again, that's most likely just me not being vigilant enough to get rid of all of them. These molds are really easy to unmold though, which is nice. All right. Let me flip this one back in. All right. So that's not bad. There are, again, some micro bubbles, but I'm noticing that the micro bubbles are in like the corner areas where I should have, you know, taken something and went around the edges, just kind of knock those bubbles out. But I will say this as well. It's been less than 24 hours. This thing is solid. Like solid. Normally with my other resin, I would be able to, you know, move this, bend it, misshapen it, you know. I can't with this resin. That's awesome. I did read on their website that this resin in particular, which is the Maker Epoxy by Jess Crow, it takes 5 to 7 hours, 5 to 7 days to fully cure, which is typical. That's about what my normal resin usually takes as well. And it has a 30-minute working time, I believe, is what I read. So it's a little bit less than the resin that I usually use, but that's fine by me. My only real complaint with this resin is the smell. When I opened the basement door, and mind you, I'm not in a small basement. This basement itself is probably 1,500 square feet. So it's a big basement, and the ceilings are, I don't know, 12 feet tall maybe. As soon as I opened the basement door, the resin smell just hit me. Oh, this turned out great. This is so pretty. So I have 2 out of 3 that I can give my roommate. I'm gonna redo this one. I'm gonna make sure there's absolutely no water in it this time, and make her one that doesn't have a giant hole in the side. I mean, it's still usable, but I don't know. I want her to have pretty things, not ugly things that I make, so we will try that one again. But anyway, yeah, I like this resin. I like how quickly it cures. I need to figure out the bubble situation a little bit more to see if maybe it's this particular epoxy, or if it's because these are new to me and I don't know where all of the bubble pockets are. But I do now, because there are still some like teeny tiny bubbles right around these edges. And of course this one was totally my fault. That was a water situation. I must not have, you know, done my due diligence to clean it out, which kind of pisses me off because resin is expensive, as you know. But anyway, so those are those. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you learned anything, like make sure your molds are not wet when pouring resin, then hopefully that helped. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I have a treasure hunt for you. It's a small treasure. If you guys could go onto this video and find the thumb, if you can find the thumb and then click on it, you will win a very happy Megan, and that's what matters. Anyway, thanks guys so much again for watching. Take care.